What if the gamblers who kept Las Vegas alive for decades are walking away right now? Not out of boredom, but out of frustration. $50 table minimums, 6 to 5 blackjack payouts, comps that vanished overnight. Vegas stopped rewarding loyalty, and loyal players finally noticed. But those gamblers did not quit. They moved, quietly, strategically, to places that still respect their money. From beachfront casinos to historic mining towns to platforms sitting on your phone, a shift is already happening. Today, we reveal the 10 destinations pulling players away from the Strip, and the final one explains why Vegas may never recover. Number 10. Laughlin, Nevada. 90 miles south of Las Vegas sits a gambling town that feels like the Strip circa 1995. Laughlin, Nevada has become the quiet escape for players who remember when casinos actually wanted your business. And in 2025, that nostalgia is pulling visitors away from Sin City by the thousands. The math speaks for itself. Hotel rooms along the Colorado River run $40 to $60 a night. Table minimums start at $5 and $10 even on weekends. And the crowds that make Vegas feel like a theme park simply don't exist here. You can walk up to a blackjack table, sit down, and actually play without waiting or feeling rushed. 9 casinos line the riverfront, including familiar names like Golden Nugget, Harrah's, and the Tropicana. The gaming floors feel refreshingly old school. Dealers know regulars by name. Cocktail service still comes with a smile, and nobody's trying to charge you $25 for a watered-down vodka soda. Retirees discovered Laughlin years ago, but now younger gamblers priced out of Vegas are making the drive. The town won't dazzle you with celebrity chefs or Cirque du Soleil. What it offers is something Vegas forgot how to deliver. A fair game at a fair price, with people who appreciate your action. Laughlin proves gamblers will travel for value, but the next place shouldn't work at all. And yet it's pulling players away from Vegas faster than anyone expected. Number 9. Biloxi, Mississippi. There's a reason Gulf Coast locals call Biloxi the best-kept secret in American gambling. This beachfront city has transformed into a legitimate alternative for players who want real gaming without the Vegas price tag. And the secret is finally getting out. 12 casinos line the Mississippi coastline, creating a competitive market that actually benefits players. The Beau Rivage, operated by MGM, anchors the scene with a level of luxury that rivals Strip properties at half the cost. Hard Rock, IP Casino, and Golden Nugget round out a lineup that gives gamblers genuine choices. When casinos compete, players win. The value proposition hits different here. Hotel rooms that cost $300 in Vegas run $80 to $120 in Biloxi. Table minimums hover around $10 to $15, and the comps flow like they used to in old Vegas because these properties are actually fighting for your business. Beyond the gaming floors, Biloxi delivers Gulf seafood that makes Vegas buffets taste like cafeteria food. The pace is slower, the people are friendlier, and the beach adds something the desert never could: an actual reason to step away from the tables and enjoy yourself. Mississippi gaming revenue has climbed steadily as more players discover this coastal alternative. For Southern gamblers especially, the question has become simple. Why fly to Vegas when Biloxi dainty offers better value 90 minutes from home? Biloxi shows what happens when casinos are forced to compete. But there's a place where competition isn't the story at all, and that difference is costing Vegas more players than discounts ever could. Number 8. Deadwood, South Dakota. In 1876, Wild Bill Hickok was shot dead holding a poker hand in Deadwood, South Dakota. Nearly 150 years later, this historic mining town is very much alive, and it's attracting gamblers who want something Vegas lost long ago: authenticity. Deadwood legalized gambling in 1989 to save its crumbling historic district. What emerged wasn't a corporate playground, but a collection of over 20 small casinos tucked into restored Victorian buildings along Main Street. The largest might have a few hundred slot machines. Most feel like neighborhood bars where the locals actually know your name. The stakes stay refreshingly low. Table minimums of $5 are standard. Maximum bets were capped by law until recently, keeping the atmosphere casual rather than cutthroat. You won't find high roller suites or whale hunters here. What you will find is genuine Western hospitality and games dealt by people who seem happy to be there. The surrounding Black Hills add adventure Vegas can't match. Mount Rushmore sits 45 minutes away. Sturgis draws motorcycle enthusiasts every August, and the town itself, with its wooden boardwalks and frontier saloons, feels like stepping into American history. For gamblers burned out on corporate extraction and strip sterility, Deadwood offers a reset. The pots are smaller, but the experience feels real. Sometimes that's worth more than any jackpot. Deadwood proves gamblers don't actually want spectacle. They want trust. And there's a city much bigger than this tiny town that figured that out before Vegas forgot it. Number 7. Reno, Nevada. Here's the irony that should keep Vegas executives up at night. The gamblers fleeing Sin City aren't leaving Nevada. They're driving 400 miles north to a place that remembers what gambling is supposed to feel like. Reno has positioned itself as the anti-Vegas. While the Strip chases whales and squeezes tourists with $50 minimums, the biggest little city in the world still caters to actual gamblers. The Peppermill, Atlantis, and Grand Sierra Resort offer legitimate gaming experiences where $15 blackjack with 3-2 payouts still exists. So do reasonable craps odds and poker rooms filled with players, rather than confused tourists. The cost savings hit immediately. Hotel rooms run 50 to 70% less than comparable Strip properties. Parking is often free, and nobody's charging you $40 a night in hidden resort fees. Lake Tahoe adds a dimension Vegas simply cannot match. Harvey's and Harrah's at the South Shore deliver quality gaming with alpine views that make the Strip's artificial spectacles feel hollow. Imagine finishing a session at the tables, then waking up to crystalline mountain water surrounded by snow-capped peaks. Reno exposes something Vegas hates admitting. You don't need to leave the state to find better gambling. But for millions of players, the real shift is happening even closer to home. Number 6. Pennsylvania Casino Corridor. Most East Coast gamblers don't realize they're sitting on one of the densest casino markets in America. Pennsylvania has quietly built a gaming corridor that stretches from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, and for millions of players, it's eliminated any reason to book a flight to Vegas. 16 casinos now operate across the state, generating over $5 billion in annual gaming revenue. That's not a typo. Pennsylvania rivals Nevada itself in total gambling output. Properties like Parks, Rivers, and Wind Creek offer full casino experiences with table games, slots, poker rooms, and fully integrated sports betting. The convenience factor changes everything. For the 40 million people living within driving distance, a quality gambling session no longer requires vacation days, flights, or hotel bookings. You can hit the tables on a Friday night and sleep in your own bed. Try doing that from Vegas. Pennsylvania casinos have also embraced what the Strip refuses to offer: reasonable conditions for regular players. Table minimums stay lower than Vegas equivalents. The competition between properties keeps comps flowing. And the integration of online gambling means your loyalty rewards follow you from the app to the floor. Pennsylvania shows what happens when gambling becomes convenient. But on the East Coast, 2 casinos took that idea even further, and they've been quietly draining Vegas for decades. Number 5. Connecticut. Before Vegas went corporate, 2 tribal nations in Connecticut built something remarkable. Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun created mega casinos that proved you didn't need the Nevada desert to deliver world-class gambling. 30 years later, they're still pulling East Coast players who've given up on the Strip entirely. These aren't roadside gaming halls. Foxwoods sprawls across 9 million square feet, making it one of the largest casinos on Earth. Mohegan Sun matches it with a gaming floor that rivals any Strip property. Combined, they offer over 400 table games, thousands of slots, and poker rooms that host major tournament circuits. What separates Connecticut from Vegas is the loyalty equation. Both properties run rewards programs that actually reward play. Regular visitors report comps that dried up in Vegas years ago. Free rooms, dining credits, and promotional offers that make you feel valued rather than targeted. The tribes understand something corporate casinos forgot. Keeping players happy means keeping players coming back. The surrounding New England package adds appeal. You get fall foliage, coastal seafood, and a driving distance that makes weekend trips reasonable for 65 million people. Boston sits 90 minutes away. New York is 2 hours. No flights required. Connecticut proves loyalty still exists in gambling. But there's a state most Vegas players still underestimate, and it's now out-earning entire casino cities. Number 4, Oklahoma. If you're not paying attention to Oklahoma, you're missing one of the fastest-growing casino markets in America. Tribal gaming has exploded across the state, creating over 130 casinos that now generate more revenue than Atlantic City. And the players who've discovered this heartland hotspot aren't looking back. The Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, and Muskogee nations have transformed Oklahoma into a gambling destination that operates on completely different principles than Vegas. These are sovereign operations reinvesting in their communities rather than enriching Wall Street shareholders. That fundamental difference shapes everything from how players are treated to how generously comps flow. WinStar World Casino near the Texas border has become the largest casino in America by gaming floor space. Let that sink in. The biggest casino in the country isn't in Nevada. It's in Thackerville, Oklahoma, drawing millions of visitors from Dallas and beyond. The conditions favor players in ways Vegas abandoned years ago. Table minimums stay reasonable. Loyalty programs reward actual play rather than functioning as data harvesting operations. And the hospitality carries genuine warmth rather than corporate scripting. Oklahoma already shattered expectations, but one state is building something Vegas executives are openly worried about, and unlike the others, it has the population to make it permanent. Number 3, Florida. The Seminole tribe of Florida has done something remarkable. They've turned the Sunshine State into a legitimate threat to Las Vegas's gambling throne. And with recent expansions in sports betting and gaming options, Florida is just getting started. The crown jewels are the Hard Rock properties in Hollywood and Tampa. These aren't regional casinos, they're destination resorts that compete directly with anything on the Strip. The guitar-shaped hotel tower in Hollywood has become an architectural icon. Inside, high-limit rooms attract serious players while the main floor delivers quality action for everyone else. Florida's gaming expansion has accelerated rapidly. Sports betting launched. Through the Seminole Compact, additional table games have rolled out across properties, and the sheer population of the state, Demesti, 23 million residents plus endless tourists, creates a built-in customer base that Vegas has to import by airplane. The lifestyle package sells itself. Beaches, golf courses, year-round warmth, and no state income tax have already drawn millions of transplants from the Northeast and Midwest. For these new Floridians, Hard Rock Tampa or Hollywood delivers everything Vegas offers without leaving home. Many report they haven't visited the Strip in years. The trajectory is clear. Florida gaming revenue keeps climbing. Property investments keep expanding. And for a growing segment of American gamblers, Sin City has become an unnecessary journey. But West Coast players have found their own Vegas replacement even closer to home. Number 2, California Tribal Casino Resorts. 40 million Californians used to drive or fly to Vegas every chance they got. Now, a growing number of them never leave the state. Tribal casino resorts have evolved into luxury destinations that match the Strip in quality while eliminating the desert journey entirely. Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula sprawls across 200,000 square feet of gaming space. Morongo near Palm Springs delivers a high-rise resort experience. San Manuel has invested billions in expansions that rival any Vegas mega-resort. These aren't the humble gaming halls of decades past. They're full-service destinations with celebrity chef restaurants, world-class spas, and entertainment venues booking major headliners. For Southern California players especially, the math has changed completely. Why fight traffic to the airport, endure a flight, and pay Strip prices when comparable action sits 90 minutes from home? The tribal properties have answered that question by matching Vegas at nearly every level while undercutting it on value. High rollers haven't been forgotten. Several California tribal casinos now operate exclusive player development programs that rival Vegas's best. Private gaming salons, luxury suites, and personalized service attract whales who discovered the Strip no longer treats them any better than mass-market tourists. The convenience advantage proves unbeatable. Weekend trips don't require planning, midweek escapes become possible, and the money saved on flights and hotels means more bankroll for the tables. But the number one destination for stealing Vegas gamblers doesn't require any travel at all. Number 1. Online sports betting and casino apps. The most disruptive force in American gambling doesn't have a hotel tower or a gaming floor. It lives in your pocket, and it's fundamentally changing why people ever bothered flying to Vegas in the first place. Legal sports betting and online casino apps have exploded across America. More than 30 states now offer some form of legal mobile wagering. Platforms like DraftKings, FanDuel, and BetMGM process billions in bets annually. And for millions of gamblers, these apps have become the only casino they need. Think about what Vegas actually sells. It sells the ability to place bets on games, watch sports, and play casino classics like blackjack and slots. Now ask yourself how much of that requires a physical trip to Nevada. The answer, increasingly, is none. Online platforms offer something Vegas never could. Gambling on your terms, no flights, no hotels, no $50 minimums, no 6 to 5 blackjack. You play when you want, where you want, with house edges that often beat anything on the Strip because digital platforms don't need to cover billion-dollar real estate costs. The numbers tell the story. States with legal online gambling report handle figures that would make casino executives weep. A generation of younger gamblers has grown up betting from their phones, and many have never set foot inside a Vegas casino. They might never need to. The action is always available, right in their pocket, 24 hours a day. Las Vegas built an empire on being the only game in town. That monopoly is over. The gamblers have spoken. They're not quitting. They're just done with Vegas.